हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू उत्तराखंड एग्ज़ाम कैप्सूल। आज हम जून के करंट अफेयर्स कवर करेंगे एंड ये वीडियो के दो पार्ट्स होंगे। वेयर वॉज द साइंटिफिक कॉन्क्लेव ऑफ इंडियन फार्माकोपिया 2026 हेल्ड? इट वॉज हेल्ड इन हरिद्वार. As Haridwar is known for its major pharma manufacturing hub in Uttarakhand, Jaspal Rana, who recently passed away, was associated with which sport? He belonged to shooting. He was a famous pistol shooter and mentor to Manu Bakar. To which European country was the first consignment of fresh Uttarakhand lychee exported? So it was Italy, and APEDA is the facilitator. Uttarakhand became India's which state to be declared fully literate under the ULAS scheme? Uttarakhand became the sixth state. Okay. Which city hosted the concluding national event of Nasha Mukt Bharat Saptah in 2026? It was Haridwar. Who heads the search committee constituted to recommend candidates for Lokayukt in Uttarakhand? So ये हैं हमारे जस्टिस आलोक वर्मा. He was a former judge in the Nainital High Court who won the IPL 2026 title by defeating Gujarat Titans in the final. So they were Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Who was awarded the orange cap in IPL 2026? So it is Vaibhav Suryavanshi, as he scored 776 runs for Rajasthan Royals. What is the total fertility rate as per the National Family Health Survey 6? India का total fertility rate is 2.0. Which country banned fresh Indian mangoes import for the 2026 season due to treatment facility irregularities? So it is Japan who banned our mangoes. As previously also Japan banned in 1986, and as they identify the deficiency in vapor heat treatment facility. Article 124 subclause 2, the Supreme Court sanctioned strength was recently expanded to how many judges? So it expanded to 38 judges from 34. Which state launched Project Zero with zero tolerance policy on corruption in public administration? So it is of course Kerala who did this. Mission Sana was launched which launched India's first stratospheric super pressure balloon was developed by हमारी जो लेयर्स होती हैं ट्रोपोस्फेयर, स्ट्रेटोस्फेयर, मीजोस्फेयर, थर्मोस्फेयर. तो जो हमारी स्ट्रेटोस्फेयर लेयर है यहाँ पर किसने इंडिया का पहला स्ट्रेटोस्फेरिक सुपर प्रेशर बलून डेवलप करके छोड़ा है? तो अंडर प्रेशर सना. इट इज़ रेड बलून एरोस्पेस, a space tech company based in Vijayawada. What is the name of AI-enabled CP-Grams voice chatbot launched for public grievance redressal? So it is Samadhan Didi, the name of the AI-enabled CP-Gram voice chatbot, which is designed to enable the voice-based grievance registration under the CP-Grams. Which state-owned organization is preparing to issue India's first blue bond? Blue is related to water. So which state did this? It is which organization did this? It is Sagarmala Finance Corporation. It is a state based corporation, and works under the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. The Supreme Court recognized access to trauma care as an integral part of which fundamental right? So under Article 21, it recognized Article 21 is life to protection of life and public liberty. What is the revised base year for the wholesale price index approved by the Government of India? It is 2022 and 2023. Rudra M second successfully flight tested by DRDO belongs to which category of missile? It belongs to the air to surface missile. Remember this fact, it is not surface to air, it is air to surface missile, which has been developed indigenously by the Research Center Imrat, Hyderabad. who became the youngest Indian woman to win World Table Tennis FIDE Women single title at the age of 15. It is Divyanshi Bhaumik. Which project was launched by Misho and Bombay Stock Exchange to help MSMEs transition into public listed companies? It is Project Shikhar. Which city hosted the global celebrations of the World Environment Day 2026? It is Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan. Which wetland in UP was recently designated as India's 100th Ramsar site? It is Surhatal, or also known as Jayaprakash Narayan Bird Sanctuary. Plastic, Plastic, which won the Earth Prize 2026, uses which natural material to remove microplastics? It is turmeric seed waste. हल्दी का जो पाउडर होता है उसके वेस्ट से they have developed a natural material which is biodegradable turmeric seed powder solution to extract microplastics. Cambodia became which country to accept UPI payment for Indian travelers? It became the ninth country. Before that, Singapore, UAE, France, Mauritius, Nepal, Bhutan, Qatar, and Sri Lanka also also belong to this category who accept UPI payments for Indian travelers. Which initiative which initiative won the Gold Award at the National E-Governance Award 2026 under the category 7? It is Panchayat Advancement Index. Who became the first football player in history to win the prestigious Princess of Austria's award? It is Messi. And R. Pragnanda created history by becoming first Indian to win which prestigious test chess title? So it is Norway chess. इनको अवार्ड मिला है ठीक है. Air Marshal Ashutosh Dikshit has been appointed the Vice Chief of which defense arm? Indian Air Force. Aerial branch of the Indian Armed Force. Air Marshal Ashutosh Dikshit assumed office as the Vice Chief of the Air Staff on July 1. Who is the author of the memoir The Second Orbit? Belief of a Man, Dreams of 1.4 Billion Hearts? It is Shubhanshu Shukla. He is the first Indian astronaut to visit the International Space Station, and who was appointed as India's ambassador to Saudi Arabia in 2026. So it is our Vipul. Again, he is the 1998 batch IFS officer. Venkita Mohana became the which women directly elevated from the bar to the Supreme Court. She became the second woman who has been elevated directly from the bar to the Supreme Court. Before her, Indu Malhotra was the first woman who was elevated from the Bar Council to the Supreme Court in 2018. Alexander Zverev won the maiden Grand Slam title at the 2026 edition of which tournament? It was French Open. And India won the South Asian Football Federation Women Championship 2026 for a record of which time? Which time? It is the sixth time. Shrishti Kiran, who achieved the world's number one ranking in under 13 tennis, belongs to which Indian city? She belongs to Bengaluru. What was the official mascot of the World Yogasan Championship 2026 held in Ahmedabad? The official mascot was Veer the Lion. Which space agency announced the four-member Artemis 3 crew, including Commander Randy Brensick? So this was NASA who announced the four-member Artemis mission. Prime Minister Narendra Modi completed over 4,399 days in office, surpassing which leader as the longest-serving elected PM? He is Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, our former Prime Minister. Uh, Hawk, integrated with e-courts in Kerala, stands for, it is for Ho- Hostile Activity Watch Kernel. It was integrated with the district courts in Kerala for wildlife crime management. The 52nd G7 summit in June was hosted by which country? It was France, where our Prime Minister Modi was also invited. Sudarshan Patnaik won the Russia Grand Sand Master Cup 2026 for a sand sculpture created on which theme? So the theme was climate change and the global warming, right? Who has been appointed as the next Chief of Army Staff succeeding General Upendra Dwivedi? It is Lieutenant General Dheeraj Seth. What is India's rank in the Global Peace Index 2026? 127th rank. Which country retained its position as the most peaceful country in the world in Global Peace Index 2026? It is Iceland always. The International Labour Organization adopted its first global treaty for gig economy workers named Decent Work in the Platform Economy Convention. Elon Musk briefly became the world's first trillionaire following the stock market debut of which company? So it is of SpaceX. Which country conferred its highest state honor, Order of the White Double Cross, first class on PM Modi? It is Slovakia. What was the theme of for International Day to Combat Desertification and Drought? 2026 theme is Rangelands, Recognize, Respect and Restore. Who is the only Indian athlete featured in Times Magazine's inaugural 100 Most Influential People in Sports 2026? So she is Smriti Mandhana from India, who is an Indian cricketer. Which AI startup became India's 130th unicorn after raising $234 million led by HCL Tech? It is Sarvam AI, Bangalore-based startup. Uzbekistan joined the new development bank as a 10th member and the first member from, of course, Central Asian. This is Central Asian country. आज के लिए इतना ही. बाकी के 50 क्वेश्चन हम अपने दूसरे वीडियो में कंप्लीट करेंगे.